Hi, and welcome to Coffee with Connie. And boy, I could sure use another cup of coffee this morning. I'm feeling it. And today, my guest star is the fabulous Crystal with Crystal's Crochet Cubbyhole.
Hello, everyone.
How are you doing today, Crystal?
Doing okay. Finally, a day with no rain.
Awesome. And today, the main topic will be washcloths. And I do want to mention this early in the live, and I plan to mention it later on towards the end. Crystal with Crystal the Yarny Chicken and Crazy Cat Lady goes live after me at today at 11:30 p.m. Central Standard Time. So be sure to alien invade her after my live. And I'm going to try to do my best to make sure I'm finished with my live, that I don't run over into hers. Um, but anyway, like I said today, I think I said that. I mean, I said this. Our topic is washcloths. And I also want to welcome those that will be watching on replay. Love y'all. And please leave a comment in the comment section and let us know if you watch the replay. And um, there probably will be a few questions asked on today. So those that are here in the chat can answer in the chat. Those watching the replay can answer on the replay. And and like I said, I do love it whenever y'all do leave a comment. I love interacting with y'all, getting to know y'all. And it does help my channel out when people do leave comments.
Yes.
Um I mean, you don't have to. I'm not going to force you to or nothing. um, let's see. I know Trey and Samantha commented, but I think their comments were from a couple of days ago. So I don't think they're here. But if they are, howdy, howdy. Well, actually, okay, I think Samantha's here now. Um, and also Brittany's here. How are all of y'all doing today? What are y'all working on? Have y'all ever made washcloths before? If so, let us know kind of like what type, what you've done with them. Maybe what stitches you've used on them. And also we're curious about your plans for the 4th of July.
Yes.
And we also have Kathy that joined us. Yes, before I forget, happy 4th of July, everybody. Tomorrow, I'm hoping that I get to film the fireworks tonight and make a little video tomorrow sharing that. So be on the lookout for that.
Yes.
And let's see. Samantha says working on granny squares blanket and butterfly mosaic blanket and treble crochet blanket and cottage core mosaic blanket. And she's walking in the 4th of July parade. Oh, that's nice. See, I wish my town had a parade like that.
Yeah. 5. I'll be going in, hopefully.
It's just the fireworks. Which, like I said, I usually I can see them from my house. So I either just kind of watch them from outside the window or go outside. Unless I go to bed early. Um, so Crystal, you want to share your plans for the 4th of July with everyone?
Well, I'm going with some friends to the parade around 5 o'clock. And then later, the fireworks will start around 10. Then they've got music, food trucks, all kinds of stuff going on downtown.
Awesome. Sounds like a good time. And is anyone barbecuing today? If y'all are, I want to hear about it. What you're putting on that grill? Ooh, barbecue, yum yum.
Yeah, our church is having a fundraiser. We're going to have the barbecue sandwiches with potato
Ooh.
salad and baked beans. Oh, good.
Oh, I love putting like grilling vegetables on the grill. Because even when you're watching, oops, I heard an echo. even even whenever you're watching what you eat, there's still things you can put on that grill that's healthy.
Yes. Samantha, I'm from Bristol, Tennessee.
I was trying to remember where you were from. Like certain things, stuff just starts blending in with
Yeah.
everybody, and
Where
it's
I can hear the race when they have the race in Bristol. At the NASCAR race, the racetrack is just across the way. We can hear the cars racing.
now sometimes we hear like trains at night where I live. Now, like I find it's more of a soothing sound because it's not too loud, but I know people that live closer to the tracks.
Yeah.
It's like it's loud. Let's see. Kathy says she loves making washcloths. I donate them to a local women's shelter.
That's
Oh,
nice.
that's sweet.
Yes.
And you know what's funny is like I've never really made washcloths yet. I think there was one thing that I made like I think it was it was more of a pot holder,
Hmm.
but I guess it could have been used as a washcloth. I think whenever I first started knitting, maybe when I was learning how to do the stitches. But the thing was, I made like the biggest mistake there was. I used acrylic yarn. Big
Um,
mistake for pot holders.
yeah.
Big, huge mistake. Use cotton. Now a dishcloth, you probably could get away with it.
Right.
But I always hear cotton's the best to use.
Yes, it is.
Like I said, you learn from your mistakes.
Yes.
I mean, especially when you first start like crocheting or knitting, there's a lot you don't know.
Oh
And
yeah.
sometimes you learn the hard way.
I'm still learning stuff.
But that's one thing I love about YouTube because you learn a lot of those things from watching videos.
Yes.
Okay. Samantha's asking, I don't know if she's referring to me or you, Crystal. Now as far as me, I did sleep good. I do feel tired though, but a lot of that's because I've been pretty busy lately and I've been doing like yesterday I went live, Saturday I went live. Um and because I've been at my computer more, my back's hurting me more, so that kind of makes me look more drained. Did you sleep well last night, Crystal?
I sleep good at night. I get up quite a bit on and off through the night. But and then end up waking up early. No matter what time I go to bed, I wake up early. So, but I gotta get. I stay tired though anyway.
Yeah, it's kind of like me and Zach have this kind of ongoing joke because like sometimes I'll catch like the beginning of his lives. But normally like, I'm in bed for 10 o'clock and usually about 11 o'clock I'm usually asleep unless I'm having trouble falling asleep.
Yeah.
And like whenever that happens, sometimes I will, get on and he's usually still live. And he's always shocked when I'm on like really late because it's not often. I'm not a real late owl.
Nah. Tell everybody I turn into a pumpkin about 9 o'clock.
We also have Dawn here. And I think if you answered me on the last live, I must have missed your comment. Do you prefer being called D or Dawn? Because I want to call you what you prefer being called.
Yeah.
And she says you still can use an acrylic blend as long as there is at least 85% cotton.
Yes.
But yeah, but like I said, don't use pure acrylic. So, Crystal, you want to go ahead and share some of your whips with everybody and
Uh,
finished projects?
yeah, I've got. I'm working on a washcloth shawl, and I'm following Rich Textures Crochet. It's a wildflower shawl, and here's what I've gotten so far. I'm almost done with it. I've got like 15 more rows or something like that. But you can let me see if you can see the. I gotta figure out how to move. There's little
That's pretty, and I
see
love.
little flowers like in it. There.
Oh, that's cool. What stitch is that?
It was like a cluster stitch of some sort that you,
Ooh,
you did over 5 stitches. You did the clusters.
I
So
love the purple.
yes, and that yarn is brunette satin in color lavender, and then I've got Yarn Bee Rainbow Rhapsody in cornucopia. It's like interwoven in it. I don't know if you can see the yellow there, and then down this
Nice.
end there's some green, so it just gives it a little bit more color.
I think the first giveaway I won on YouTube, and it was from Bev or Beverly. I'm trying to think of her channel name. But it was it was like a brown shade of satin yarn, the brunette satin. At least I'm pretty sure it was. But yeah, that was like the first giveaway I ever won on YouTube. I was all excited.
But I'm doing like, well, I've got my texture blanket, which is getting really large. And
That's the one bad thing about temperature blankets and crochet.
yeah, and I'm doing the moss stitch because that's the lowest lying stitch you can do. I heard.
Mhm. And
So
even like just single crochet,
yeah,
they come out too long. And that's where that year that I did a crochet one, I did granny stitch and I took the average for the week.
yeah,
But the bad thing with that, I didn't have a lot of like color changes.
right. Yeah, see, this is my first temperature blanket I've done. So, but it'll fit my king size bed when I'm done.
Yeah, the first one I did was a knitted one. And then last year I had started another knit one where it was the chevron stitch.
Yeah.
But around fall I stopped working on it and I'm like way behind. Let's see. Okay, she says it doesn't matter as long as you don't call me late for dinner. Yeah, because like in her channel name for it, it says D, but then it has dash Dawn, and it was like, okay, I'm not sure what you know she preferred. And I know sometimes people, either one is fine.
Yeah.
And then there's people that like say their name something like Jennifer.
Yeah.
They want to be called Jennifer. They don't want like either like that's my name,
Yeah.
not Jenny Jen.
Hello,
Oh,
Sherry.
hi Sherry. How are you today? Welcome in. Yeah, for those of y'all joining us, let us know how you're doing today, what you're working on, if you've ever made washcloths, and just kind of tell us about the washcloths you have made, maybe what stitch you use, also any plans for the 4th of July we want to hear about. Um, but yeah, so do you have anything going on your channel, Crystal, that you want to share?
I do a tutorial Tuesday. Every Tuesday, I'll put out a left and a right hand video. And right now, we're doing washcloth stitch series. So we're doing washcloths in different stitches. And I use the book, the new Crochet Stitch Dictionary.
Yeah, and that's one thing. Like stitch books are good for
Yes.
washcloths. Like your stitch tutorials you'll find on YouTube, or you might like search the internet and find,
Yes.
stuff to do with stitches. Because washcloths are a good project to play around with new stitches, learn new stitches. And another thing that I would recommend, and this is a topic I know I've done either 2 or 3 lives in the past on talking about crochet borders.
Yes.
Washcloths is a good project for borders.
Yes.
So that's a good opportunity to play around with borders too.
Yes, it is. And then you can make little sets. Like these is 3 washcloths in a set.
Nice.
There's the staggered half double crochet, the double crochet, and the ridged line. So I've got 3 different stitches on each one. And then I tell everybody that they can use they can make a border around any of the ones that we make too. Here's another little set.
Ooh, I like the colors
Yeah, and see this one.
and the presentation with the packaging of them together like that.
It's got. I don't know why I'm having so much trouble with.
And then like, especially like people that like to like decorate their bathrooms and stuff.
Yes.
Like especially like kind of how Crystal has hers. That makes a nice little
Yeah. They
decor
just.
type thing
Yeah.
too in
Yeah.
your bathrooms, or sometimes you can put it like in a cute little basket or something.
Yes. And this one's got the staggered shells, waves and furrows, and little cones. So we've learned quite a few stitches that I hadn't didn't know about before. I learn them and then I show everybody how. So like an acorn. This is acorn stitch.
What stitch is that?
It's called the acorn stitch. So
Oh, I think I've seen that
like a
stitch
little cluster.
before.
It's like you're doing some double crochets in a little cluster, in the same stitch.
I haven't done it yet, but I think I've seen it like in some of my searches, like
Yeah,
especially whenever I'm searching stitch information for lives or looking for stitches
yeah.
to try to use, like when I design a pattern or something.
Oh yes. And then this is the video that just came out today. Is this one? It's ridges.
Pretty.
You're doing ridges with your half double crochets. So you're going into that third when you go to do your next row. You're going into that like that third loop instead of the top of your stitch. You're going into that bottom one and doing the half
Yeah.
double crochet, and it does the ridges. And you can use any kind of, like you said, as long as it's cotton, it's a good thing. Uh, Different kinds of yarn, and it depending on what you're doing, it just makes it real decorative. This is the moss stitch. Um, Ridges both ways is what this one's called.
Ooh, I love those colors.
And then this one's a double crochet trio, so you're just doing double crochets in little. It's almost like a fan look to it.
Nice.
So all these I've done all these. There's a tutorial on my channel. I've got a tutorial list, a playlist, so anybody could go and look and do one.
And I did put the link for her washcloth tutorial playlist in the description box of today's live. So please go check that out. And if y'all haven't checked Crystal out, please check her out. I have her channel linked in the description box of today's live. And I'm not sure if any of my mods are around yet, but if there are, can one of y'all um drop Crystal's channel link for me?
Thanks, Sherry.
Yeah, and I see we have some new people that joined us. We have Jay and Trey's here now. How are y'all doing? What are y'all working on? Let us know about if you've made washcloths, like kind of what type, what stitch you've used in them, and also your plans for the 4th. I have a lot of questions, I know, but that's also how we get to know each other better.
Yes, yes.
Yeah.
This peel, I like the yarn.
Ooh, nice, fun spring colors.
Yeah. And then this one's got the border on it.
Yeah,
This one's like
nice.
the cobblestone stitch. You've probably done that before. It's hard to see with it being dark color. But I
Yeah, more to show, or
know that I think,
that's everything.
yeah, I think so. I
Yeah.
haven't done a lot of crocheting other than doing, getting the washcloths ready, and I've got a lot of whips that are stored.
Oh, I love how you have those hanks hanging on your wall.
Thank you.
I love seeing like the hand dyed yarns. They're beautiful.
Yes, they are.
Um, and yeah, and I'm fixing to get in a lot of patterns for washcloths, and shortly I have some free crochet, paid for crochet, free knitted, and paid for knitted. So a little bit of everything. And I tried to find a variety, like pretty stitches, or sometimes, stuff that was a little maybe different.
Hmm.
You know, I try to find like patterns typically in my lives that aren't boring looking,
Yeah.
that I think are like pretty or unique, that type of thing.
Yes.
Okay, Dawn saying her channel was just Dawn P, and when I changed my name, I included it so people would know it's me. And by the way, Dawn, I don't know if I'm subscribed to your channel or not, and I don't know if I've ever shouted you out. Send me an email. Basically, just as a reminder to me so I can shout you out. And that's one thing. And any of my Yarny friends that have channels, all you gotta do is like send me an email if you want me to shout you out, like on my community page, or
Yes.
like when y'all have events going on y'all channels that you want the word to get out about. Just send me an email and I will shout it out for y'all. And I know some people can be shy, but I promise you, it's I'm gonna shout you out if you ask.
Yes.
And even if you're not like a viewer of my channel, I'm still willing to, shout you out. You know, I tend to prefer that you're some form of a yarny channel, like crochet or knitting. Um, Now I have occasionally shouted out like some craft channels, but usually outside of, crafts,
Yeah.
I typically don't shout out because, I kind of try to keep my shout outs more content related.
I'm
You know,
sorry, Sharif. I'm glad you got that.
now unless it's something that like I really think that people will enjoy, then maybe, sometimes I will.
Yeah.
But for the most part, I try to keep it at least to be crafts. Let's see. Sherry's working on the new washcloth
Hmm.
for Crystal's Crochet Cubbyhole. Love them. At first, I was thinking she was saying Bago Day, which Bago Day is, a very good one for stitch
Yes.
tutorials. And I'm sure she probably has some washcloth tutorials too. I mean, she
Yes.
has all sorts of pattern tutorials.
Yeah. Thousands.
She's like the major go-to.
Yeah, I
I
learned a
love Bod.
lot.
If you're lurking, Bod, love you.
Yeah, I've learned a whole lot from her, and I still go to her to learn, try to learn new stuff.
She's amazing.
Yes. Yes.
And it really is like that. That's like usually the main channel you hear about.
Hmm.
Like it when people are new to like crochet and they're asking about, good pattern sources, you typically always hear Bag O Day.
Yes, yes.
Let's see. Where am I? Oh, you don't have content yet, Dawn? Okay, okay. Well, if you start putting content out, let me know. And that's like any of my Yorny friends. If y'all start putting content out, let me know so I can shout you out. Um, a lot of times there's a lot of new channels starting, and I don't always realize when my Yorny friends have channels.
Yes.
You know, we also have Maritza that joined us. How are you doing today, Maritza? And what are you working on? Have you made washcloths? Let us know kind of like what type, what
Mhm.
stitches you use, and your plans for the 4th today. Sherry says I try to make 3 of each washcloth during the week to give as Christmas gifts. Oh yeah, and that's another thing. They make excellent gifts. I
Yes.
don't know if I don't know if you had actually said that, Crystal,
Yeah.
um,
And
but I know she was talking about that with me before the
yeah,
live.
like for Christmas, it could be Mother's Day, birthdays, anything.
That's one thing I need to before each live program Nightbot with my typical questions because I don't want to sound like a broken record, like keep asking. Um, but in the same aspect, I want to ask everybody here those questions, and when more people pop in, you know, I tend to ask again.
Yes.
So we're gonna go ahead and get started on sharing patterns.
Okay.
Okay,
I'm ready to
so
take notes.
we're gonna start with the free crochet patterns. And like I said, all the links of patterns being shared today are in the description box of today's live.
Okay. Oh, that's cute.
I know I love like flower, type
Yes.
dishcloths.
Yes.
And this is by Joe Edwards. And look at how cute. I mean, you
Those
can
are
do
cute.
any color combination.
Yes. Does it say how large they are?
Let's see.
Well, there's some near a
I know
plate.
you use approximately 45 yards.
Yeah.
Let's see. The gauge says after the work should measure 4 inches.
Okay.
I'm trying
So
to
I
see
guess
if there's.
there's a plate there too that you in the picture. So that kind of gives you an idea. It's almost the size of a saucer or plate. So that's pretty good size. Yeah.
Let's see if they give
I
more
like those before.
information
I've done
on the
some.
actual pattern.
Yeah. She has a lot of nice patterns and stuff, different kinds of stuff.
Yeah, if you click on it, it goes to joetotheworld.com. So
And
you
she also
might
has a YouTube channel, I think.
so you might want to check out her other patterns. So I gotta get the PDF probably. And I don't
Yeah.
feel like going through all that. But you may be able to find, oh,
Right
here it
there.
is.
Yeah.
It's a round dishcloth that has a diameter of approximately 7.5 inches, measured from petal to petal.
So that's a good size. Yeah. That's nice. I'll have to go check that out and maybe make some.
Okay, where is there? I'm trying to find it. Where is the pattern on my screen? I'm trying to find it. Okay, I must have closed it out. Yeah, I did. I thought the thing was still up. Okay, yeah, it's one of those mornings. And I think, like, like, especially like some pretty spring colors
Oh
will look
yes.
awesome with that.
Or you could do like if you do sunflowers, you could do yellow and then right in the
Hmm.
center for sunflowers. Oh, that's cute.
And I do have some sunflower dishcloth patterns that I'll be sharing.
Oh, good.
And here it's the 4th of July. So I found a patriotic dishcloth, American Flag by Heather Duckett.
It's
Look at how cute.
yes. There's the small one. It says is 6.5 by 6.5, and then there's a larger one you can make that's 8 inches by 8 inches. So that's nice.
Awesome. And like I said, makes good decor
Yes.
for like your patriotic holidays. Or if you just want to be patriotic in general.
Yeah. Well, you might can make that bigger into like a little lapgan or something. Just
Hmm.
kind of
And
push this.
one day I really want to make like a flag type blanket.
Mm-hmm.
I just never got around to it. I got burnt out on blankets.
Nice to make like if you made a little lapgan and took it to the VA for the vets that are in there.
Yep,
That'd be real
yep.
nice.
That's a good idea. I don't know if y'all heard the thunder in the background.
Is that what it was?
I guess we're about to get rain. That may mess up the fireworks tonight.
Oh yeah.
I can't really see out the window. I wanted to see how gray it looked outside. All right, this is Tulip Stitch Washcloth. It is by Jaded Crafts and Creations. And again,
That's
this is one you could have fun with the colors.
yes.
Like, I'm not big on this gray one. I like the white one more.
Those are
Let's-
cute.
But yeah,
I
and I
like
love that
those
stitch.
too. I want to make all these, Connie.
Good. That's a point. I try to find patterns that I think people will want to make. I mean, it's kind of, everyone has different tastes, you
Yes.
know. Okay. I'm sorry, y'all. The lightning. Oh no, I'm sorry. The thunder's startling me. but um, but I think this is a pretty stitch.
It's beautiful. And all the links are going to be in the description box, correct?
Yes.
Okay.
I always try to do that whenever I share patterns.
Yes.
And one thing I love about like lives like this, these are good lives that people can go back to when
Yes.
they're looking for certain types of ideas, for what they want to make,
Yes.
or like even like people watching on the replay,
Mm-hmm.
because I mean it gives you
Oh,
ideas.
that's cute too.
This could be something good to give like to a teacher, like when you're going back to school.
Yeah.
Or some people decorate their kitchen like in apples.
Mm-hmm.
This is by Adriana, or I'm not gonna attempt the last name. Some of these names, especially the last names, I have no clue how to pronounce. But yeah, I think that's so cute.
Yes, that is. And it's a good size too. You can see it next to that pot. Sherry, I
And
think you could do that tulip stitch. I'll try to make it, and then if you holler at me, we'll go work through it together.
because I mean, like if it's like It's like, a single crochet, half double crochet, all
Right.
the way across.
Yeah.
You know, I'm I don't really go for those type of patterns.
Right.
I want things where like you can learn a new stitch that might kind of take people out of their comfort zone and learn new things.
Yes.
Or like I said, something that's like unique looking.
Yes. Now that would be cute to have some of those for a baby.
Mm-hmm. Baby Bear Washcloth by Grandma Duck Designs.
Those are
Look how cute.
they are. Those are so cute.
And another thing too, if we're about to get bad weather, there is a chance that like we could lose power. So if something happens where just disappear or something, that's probably what it is.
Hopefully that don't happen.
I know. And it was something like that. Oh, that's Frank opening the screen door. And something like that, I can't really let people know because
Yeah.
everything's down.
Well, does that
All
have
right.
the pot with it too that you made? The little container?
What was that?
Does that pattern come with how to make the little pot also?
How to make the
Take
little.
the little container that's there with the flowers.
Let me see. I think it's just the dishcloth. Okay, this may
It's
not
cute.
be. Oh, yeah, you gotta like enter your email and all to download it.
Oh yeah. So don't want to do that right now.
But you could also find like another basket pattern and make it that, maybe find something similar to this
Yes.
if they don't have it.
Oh, no, it says a matching sturdy basket keeps them organized. So it may have the pattern for the basket too then.
And I am noticing, it looks like there's a video tutorial for it too.
Oh, I like that.
But yeah, this is Mini Meadow Washcloth Set by Brenda KB Anderson.
Those are cute.
Look, I love like I said, the flower ones,
Yeah.
and I love how like the colors,
Yes.
and I don't know, I have a thing for color.
I love colors. Yes.
But yeah, too cute. Yeah, like our screen door, it sticks when you open and shut it, and it makes this loud noise. This is Suzette Ridge Washcloth by Sweet Bee Crochet.
Oh,
Yeah, that was Sophie's one of her favorite places to hang out in front of the screen door.
yeah.
I miss my Sophie.
Yes.
I don't know it. And I mean, there's still always a possibility she could come back, but it's been quite a while, so the chances
Yeah.
are slim.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think this is a pretty stitch.
Yeah. I think we did I did a washcloth with the Suzette stitch.
Yeah, Suzette Ridge Washcloth by Sweet Bee
So that's
Crochet.
a ridge in there. That's cute. And the border.
And I also like, yeah, this has a border. It looks like a single crochet border. But
Yeah.
I also like that little middle section,
Yeah. Those ridges there. Yes.
because it adds more texture to it.
Yes.
And I really love textured stitches.
Yes. Me
I
too.
think they're
It's better for
beautiful.
washcloths too.
Okay. Okay, Sherry, You're referring to Chris. I don't know if you mean Crystal.
Yeah, my
Okay.
nickname is Chris. I meant to mention all my family and friends that have known me for a while. I've known Sherry
Okay.
each other for years, and so I answer
Yeah,
too.
I always call her Crystal. So, and then I'll know every now and then, like, people will get my name wrong, you know. So I didn't know if she was calling me the wrong. But yeah, for those that don't know, my name's Connie, and my channel's just another stitch. If you're not very familiar with me yet. All right, let's go to the next one. Oh, I gotta get on the ball because I want to finish before Crystal's live starts. Um, this is Pebble Beach Dishcloth by Lauren Brown.
That's cute.
Again, another
Yeah,
pretty
that's beautiful
textured
stitch.
stitch.
Mhm.
Yeah, so I'm trying not to get too off topic today.
You're doing good.
This is Halen Washcloth by Ashley Edmonds.
That's neat.
And I love that little like side border.
Yes,
I love how they did that. The texture. I love these colors. They go so well
yes,
together.
beautiful.
Ooh, some people are saying they like the washcloths.
Yes.
Hi, Brittany. How are you today? And this is a Tunisian crochet washcloth by Poppy and Bliss,
Oh, I haven't done
Michelle
anything yet.
Robinson. Yeah, Tunisian is a form of crochet, but it's a little different.
Yeah, I want to learn how to do it too.
Yeah, you have to have a certain type of hook for it.
I've got
Oh,
some.
mm,
Yeah,
yeah. No, I really would love to get the cabled ones.
that's what I got a set of. I forgot where I got them through, but I got
But
a set of the cabled ones.
but yeah, like but this one, I love how the
Oh yeah,
border. Oops, how the border looks
yeah.
and pretty stitch they use.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so that's the last of the free. Now we're getting into the crochet paid for patterns. And today I have like 10 in each section. Because a lot of times I feel poor knitting gets neglected. But sometimes it's harder to find patterns with knitting. Um, this is Cupcake Washcloths by
Oh, those
Sandy
are cute.
Powers. And I think that's adorable.
That is.
And again, look, pretty border. And
Yes.
another thing is you could take the basic part of the pattern, find other applique patterns, and use those appliques
Yes.
on this washcloth.
Oh yeah.
And you see here, look at how cute that is
That
for a
is really.
decoration idea. And I mean, like I said, you can try other appliques, maybe find something that goes better with your bathroom decor.
Yes.
Sherry says that you're an excellent patient teacher on that pineapple stitch. I had to call Crystal, FaceTime her, and threaten to come to her house. See, that's one thing I really want to get better at is doing more tutorials. But that's like my kryptonite. I struggle doing tutorials, and it takes me a long time to do them.
Yeah.
But I know the only way to get better is practice and to do them.
Yeah. It scared me to death until it started, and I still get nervous when I'm doing.
And like I said, that is one thing that over time I do want to have more of that content on my channel than what I do. I mean,
Yes.
I do have some, stuff, but not as much as I really would like. This is Water Lily Washcloths by Peter Franzi.
Oh, those are
And I
pretty.
love like the color combo and how they kind of have that little like not quite midsection, but
Yeah, it's almost twisted and overlaid or whatever.
I am curious about some of the other. Ooh, look at this. I like that.
Oh yeah, that's pretty.
Um, Here's an interesting one.
Yeah,
Ooh, I like that little
palm tree thing there.
table decoration.
Yes.
But yeah. And like I said, the projects tab is a good place to go with, to get ideas for color selections. And like a lot of times people will say like what type of yarn they use.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think today everyone's like doing 4th of July
Yeah.
stuff. um, I think this is precious for a child. Buggy
Yes.
Puppet Washcloths by Jennifer E. Ryan. You know,
Oh,
your
those are pretty.
children, grandkids. Look how adorable. Okay, come on. This is one of the sunflower
Oh,
washcloths
that's
by Danielle Sofa. And look at how
those are
gorgeous.
cute. Yeah.
And I love sunflower. I know I have a second sunflower pattern. And I always love that. And this is another thing that I like about like, this type of project. Like how people will make the little labels. And especially if you're selling them.
Mhm.
I don't know. It's like it attracts you when you see that.
Yes. Yes.
So those are things that if you try to sell your work, that kind of, even though yeah, it does cost money, but you typically can sell your items for more because you put that added touch.
Yeah. The little extra finishing touch helps a lot.
And like I said, draws people in.
Yes.
Hi Lori, how are you doing today? What you working on? um have you ever made washcloths? Let us know what type, what stitch maybe you use, and plans for the 4th of July today. All right, next one. I think this one's cute. It's a lamb bottom dishcloth by
Oh,
Naughty Nana 70.
cute.
I like the cat bottom ones
Yeah, those
because,
are cute.
like, anyone that has a cat knows that that's a thing with cats.
Yeah.
And that's their way of like greeting people and getting to know people.
Hmm.
Good thing humans don't do that.
Yes.
Okay. Oh, hey, Christy, how are you? What are you working on? And like I say, anyone just joining us, let us know how you doing, what you're working on, have you made dishcloths before, like what type of dishcloths, what stitches you've used for them, and your 4th of July plans. And happy 4th, everyone.
Yes.
Let's see, Lori saying, I'm currently working on a basic corner to corner knit dishcloth. Ooh, nice. I
Yeah.
can't say I've ever made a fancy dishcloth, but this may give you ideas, where you start venturing out. Um, and yeah, and one thing too, y'all finish projects. Send me y'all pictures. The next finished project is coming up on the 15th, and I do these on the 15th of every month. I may be a couple of days late. um, but typically I ask that you get them in by the 13th to make sure they get in on the one for the 15th. Sometimes I do start working on it early, but most of the time I procrastinate till the day of. And that's why I tend to sometimes be late. Hey, I'm human. And I mean, and most people know. I mean, life sometimes affects things,
Mm-hmm.
you know,
Yes.
because we all get busy outside of YouTube.
Oh yeah.
Let's see, she just started a black dolly. Just woke up, so I'm having my coffee.
What kind of coffee?
Yeah. I like hearing coffee talk. I mean,
Yeah.
after all, today's live is called Coffee with Connie.
Yes.
But I had my cup before, but I could use another cup. I'm not gonna lie. It's
Yeah.
one of those mornings. And I think it was yesterday. Well, a lot of time. Oh, doily, sorry. I may have said it wrong too. or or I may have said it. Yeah, I did say it wrong in general. Oops. And I know it's doily. Yeah. Um. Okay. Yeah, she took her pain medicine too with her coffee. Um. But yeah. But like yesterday, Frank had made a smaller pot of coffee, and like I went for a second cup, but he didn't make enough for me to have a second cup.
Oh no.
So I got like about a half a cup, but I already poured in my stevia and creamer. And I had, more than what I needed. And when I tried to take a sip, it was like, "Ugh, this is way too sweet tasting." And I mean, I use sugar-free products, but I mean, still that can have that
Yeah.
too sweet
I've
taste.
got to where I learned how to drink my coffee black, so I drink my coffee black now.
I'm hoping one day I can get there.
Because I used to add so much creamer.
Hopefully one day I can get there because I know, I mean, one, sugar's not good for you, and I don't use sugar, but I use sugar substitutes and things sometimes.
Yeah.
But I also know that that's not the best for you either.
Right. Have you ever
Eh,
tried monk fruit sweetener? It's supposed to be
But
okay.
it's also more expensive too.
Yeah.
And like I said, sometimes it's a trade-off.
Mm-hmm.
Like, when you're trying to watch what you eat to lose weight, sugar free is better than sugar. And then I'm diabetic, so sugar free is better than sugar.
Mm-hmm.
But in the same aspect, sugar substitutes, tend to have more chemicals and stuff. So that's not good for you.
Yeah, I can't use some of that sugar substitute. It makes my head hurt. It makes me sick.
And Jay says I use honey in my coffee.
Have you ever used butter? We got a friend who uses butter. He's on like the keto.
I've heard people using it. I haven't. Let's see, Sherry says she's been friends with Chrystal for at least 40 some years. I have been a registered nurse for over 25 years. I have retired and so very happy to find the crochet community. Nice.
We're happy to have you here, Sherry.
Yeah, very happy. And and I think it's awesome that you were a nurse for 40 years.
Yes.
You've more than likely have helped a lot of people. Okay, Sherry's asking, what crochet hook do you like best? Typically 5 millimeter is my go-to hook size. Um, as far as crochet hooks, most of my hooks was like just a no-name set off of Amazon. I did win one in a giveaway, a 5 millimeter. That's Nitpicks, and I think that one's the favorite out of what I have. I would really love to have a set of or what you call them. It's at the tip of my tongue. It's a popular crochet hook brand. A lot of people love them and say they're like one of the best.
No, I like my furls, but those are not in. You had to buy those each separate. I've got a few of those. I usually use a 5 or a 6 millimeter most of the time, and I've been using a 6 on my washcloths because that gives it a more drape and makes it looser. So it. I
Yeah,
just like
Lori.
that.
Sorry, Lori just said it. Clover or more.
Oh.
And I was about to say, yeah, if Barbara was around, she would know because I know she like that's her hook. She will recommend them to anybody. But Lori's saying she's a Clover Moi or Tulip girl. My
Mhm.
Clovers are my favorite, and a lot of people say that. I would love to have a set, and one day I hope I can finally get me a set.
Yeah, I like
But
the
they are pricier hooks,
handles. Yeah.
and it's best to like catch like when like Joann's
Mhm.
has like a 40-50% off coupon. Yeah, and I know a lot of people are Bates girls. Christy says she is, but I do own some furls. I rarely use them though. Um, like I said, one day I hope I can invest in a better set than what I have
Yeah.
because I mean like mine do the job, don't get me wrong, but I know like some like Clovers and there's others that they're smooth.
Yeah.
Like they're silk, they're like slick as butter type, you know,
Yes.
and it makes it easier to do your stitches and
Mhm.
typically you crochet quicker
Mhm. Yes.
because I know like my hooks slow me down.
And I need the bigger handle, the ergonomic handles, because it helps me hold them better.
And I like the like ones that have that what you call it, a, 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 like basically good for people with arthritis. It starts with A. Arrow.
There's the ergonomical.
Yeah, that's it. I couldn't quite think of the word. And like Lori's saying she has a gorgeous furls hook. Yeah, furls has some
Yeah,
beautiful.
I've got like
Because there's like I would love one day to get one of the real pretty ones of
yes,
furls.
yes,
Um, but that's my concern with them about the handle being too big. I don't know if I would really use it,
yeah,
but I would love it more for like a decorative hook.
yeah,
And she says it's so pretty and smooth though.
yes. I've got three, and they were given to me. All of the ones I've got. So,
And Jay saying the only Clover I have is 6.5 millimeters because my Amazon set didn't come with a 6.5.
yeah,
Yeah, because I know I had purchased one that had more of the normal hook sizes, and then I got another one that some of them were duplicates, but they had like some bigger size.
I want to try one
What?
of those. Brian Nelson, is that Bag of Days mentioned them before? I think it's Brian Nelson. They've got the flowers and stuff in them and different things like. He's got some beautiful hooks.
Mm. We have Gloria, um, Tiger Dragon Girl. I'm trying to remember your first name. It's like I don't like when I don't remember names. Um, and more than likely, when she says it, it'll come to me. I'll be like, "Yep, that's it." And we also have Regina.
Mhm.
How are all of y'all amazing ladies doing today? What are y'all working on? Have y'all made washcloths before? If so, kind of let us know what type, what stitches you've used before in them, and plans for the fourth. All right, got to get back to topic. See how easy it is to get me off topic? But in the same aspect, like when someone does ask a question, I want to answer people's questions.
Yes.
Dorley, yep. One day I'm gonna remember because I think every time Dorla comes around, I'm always like, "What's your first name?" I can't remember. One day I get it down. One day. All right. So this is Always Washcloth by Debbie Richardson.
That's cute.
And this is one that can be more Valentine's Day ish,
Mhm.
but hearts don't always have to be Valentine. But I did think that it was pretty, and you could have fun playing with the colors. Yeah. Because I don't know if I'm going to get to all the patterns that I have in the description box today,
Yeah.
but I'll try to get through as many as I can. So y'all may want to check the links out, too, because there may be some shared there that
Yeah.
I didn't show on the live today. This is a Lure Washcloth by Christine Mullen. I love that
This is
texture.
pretty.
Yeah, because it's more than knitting patterns I may not get into as much. Yeah, the crochet I'm almost done with. I got two more now. And yeah, and after I finish, don't forget to go alien raid Crystal the Yarny Chicken and Crazy
Yes.
Cat Lady. Her live today is at 11:30 p.m. Central Standard Time.
Yes. Oh, that's pretty.
Yeah, and this is more of a sunflower looking one,
Yes.
or at least like you use like a brown type color for the center and yellow for the outside.
Oh, yeah.
But then like here, it don't really look like a sunflower, but it is called Sunflower Dishcloth by Morsha Sporks.
Yeah. That was pretty.
hmm And then some sunflowers are different colors. I mean, they're
Yep.
not just yellow all the time.
Right.
But we typically think of sunflowers as being yellow. Gloria says she's eating breakfast shrimp and grits. I love shrimp. I'm not a fan of grits though. And working on a scarf and finishing up a halter top. Awesome. Angela's also joining us. She's drinking her water. She's always drinking water and still working on her first knitted top. Yeah. How are you doing? What you working on? Have you made washcloths before? If so, what type? What stitch you use? And what are your plans for the fourth?
Yes.
This is this is the Hadley dishcloth by Joyce Swanson. And again, I love the like the differences in texture.
Yes.
Oh, I like that pink.
Yeah, that is pretty.
Oh, I think I'll show you on this. I meant to tell y'all this earlier, but I do like to point this out for those that don't know this because this was something it took me a while to figure out. Okay, like this one, oh, actually, no, this one won't work. Let me try to, on the knitted free patterns. I'm hoping I'll find one that has it. But yeah, this is Granny Stripe Dishcloth by Melissa Fisher. Now I'm not as crazy about the colors they use,
Right.
but with anything, you can do so much with different colors, color combinations on a pattern like this. Let's see. They don't have that great of pictures. Do you have something playing in the background, Crystal?
No, there's my fans going, but other than that, no.
Mhm. It's almost like I hear it's not like a lot, but I heard like a little backbeat.
Oh,
Like it almost sounded like something was playing.
no, and I don't even hear anybody else's stuff playing, in any of the other rooms.
All right. Let's see, I pull it up. I always forget to pull. Okay, here it is. This is Mini Almost Lost Washcloth by Sandy Timon.
Mm-hmm.
And these are the free knitted patterns now.
Okay. Oh, those are cute.
I know. Like I like a lot of times like when they're in different shapes instead of the typical washcloth shape.
Yes.
And again, I mean, you can have so much fun with the color combinations.
Yes. Those are pretty.
And watch. Now that I'm looking for this in a pattern, I'm not going to have any patterns with what I'm looking for. Now this is really like I like this.
Yes.
Joy by Tara M. And I
Mm-hmm.
bet you Cynthia would like this because she's all about joy. And this is like one thing that I love about knitting. Like, the color work,
Mm-hmm.
the graphs and like I don't know, I feel like knitting gets more detailed with it than like crochet. Or at least that's my opinion.
Right.
I mean, some of y'all may have a difference of opinion on that. I mean, I haven't messed with mosaic yet in crochet.
I've done that one
No,
mosaic blanket, the music mosaic. I love doing that.
I mean, I want to eventually learn how to do mosaic and crochet. I
Yes.
mean, I have done like a little bit of color work, like my crochet alien beanie, but
It's easier than you think. I thought it was going to be really hard, but it was, pretty easy to follow.
I
That's
mean, I'm sure it's not hard to learn how to do it. It's just I haven't gotten around to
yeah,
it.
yeah,
But the funny thing is, I've gotten requests for like mosaic tutorials or
yeah.
Tunisian, and it's kind of like, well, Tunisian, I made a small pumpkin, but I mean, I still there's a
Yeah,
I don't know much about Tunisian yet, and it's like, okay, until I learn how to do it, I can't really do a tutorial.
yeah. Well, congratulations, Angela. She said that they will have been married 30 years yesterday, and her husband's birthday is today.
Congratulations, happy late anniversary, and
Yes.
happy birthday to your husband. Oh, and that reminds me, starting in August, I want to do a monthly video for that month, like my Yorny friends that have birthday for that month. So, If you haven't already done so, please send me an email with your birthday and the day of your birthday. So I can add you to my list for the video. And I haven't decided. I may put the day of your birthday in the video, but I may just list the people that have a birthday that month. But until I decide, I really prefer like giving the day to. um, and then I know like some people that I'm really close with. I'm hoping it may help me to remember their birthdays when it comes around. I'm horrible with dates. Okay. So anyway, this is Leaf Lace Washcloth by Jan Eaton. And I always love that like leaf
That's cute.
looking design and knitting. The lace work type.
Yeah.
Yeah, those are two things I love with knitting. Lace work and cables. I think that's just like, the so pretty, and I think it's prettier in crochet than knitting. Okay, Christy, I presume you're going to have to leave if you got to put your hearing aids on the charger. So I hope you have a good day. Oh, we have another Crystal in the house, Divergent Crafter. Welcome in. And Kim D. And Kim D does have a YouTube channel. So be sure to check her out. I shared her on my community page. I believe it was last night. Um, And Kim, you may want to drop your channel link. Just type the word drop in the chat. And if anyone else that has channels want your links dropped, type the word drop. But wait about a minute in between someone else typing it.
Yeah.
Because if you type it too soon, Nightbot won't drop your link. Um, so then you'll have to type it again until it drops your link. So,
Yes.
like I said, try to wait a minute. I know sometimes people type at the same time. And we also have Mimi Cat, Kathy. How are all of y'all doing that are just joining us? What are y'all working on? Have y'all made washcloths before? If so, what type? What stitches have you used in the ones you've made? And your plans for the 4th of July. And are any of you born on the 4th of July? I have a friend that is.
My
Actually,
son,
I think I have two friends that are.
my son's anniversary. They were married on the 4th of July. So
All right. So let me pull up the next one. I got about 17 more minutes. Then I got to wrap it up.
yeah. Oh, how cute.
I know. And y'all know I love the kitty cats. Meow. I so miss having cat news. Let's see. This is Kitty Love Washcloth by Cheryl Lacey.
Yeah,
And
that
this,
is cute.
and this is another thing that I like with knitting. Because like typically you do like stockinette stitch, and then like you take like a design, like here it's the cat, and you're doing purl stitches, and it's like
Yeah.
the difference in the texture has it like a picture.
Yeah.
But like I said, like there's certain things that I find, crochet is better for, and certain things that knitting's better for.
Yes.
This is Chain Letter Dishcloth by Carrie Jo Rudin. Yeah, for those that don't know, I am both a crocheter and knitter. I actually learned knitting first.
I haven't learned knitting yet.
I struggled more with crochet because I actually tried to learn crochet before knitting and I was unsuccessful. The end of the row turning and all that, I
Yeah.
didn't understand it. And then I found like then I got like one of those like really cheap year-long subscriptions to Craftsy.
Mm-hmm.
And I was like, let me see what they have for crochet tutorials. And I found Selena Bacchus. She's amazing.
Mm-hmm.
I love Selena Baca. I actually had her live on my channel one time. I'd love to have her come back. I need to see if I can get her to come back maybe next month. But I know she's a busy lady. This is Baby Washcloths by Plymouth Yarn Design Studio. And like I said, I love cables.
Oh yeah.
And this one right here is cables. And it looks like there's multiple patterns on this
Yes.
pattern. Like this looks like a basket weave type
Mm-hmm.
one. Oops. Okay, next pattern. It's Not Another Washcloth. That's a cute name. By
Yeah.
Lynn Spencer.
Well, that's cute. And that's a cute border too.
Mm, I know I love how they have the border. And I love like the stitching used.
Mm-hmm.
And I am curious. I want to see it in some other colors. See, here's a nice little
Oh
presentation.
yeah. That's nice.
But you can't really, like, I want to see the whole thing. I don't know. I'm not really finding the best pictures. I like this.
That was pretty.
Yeah, because some of the pictures shown here, I don't feel like the stitching is the best. Probably like someone that's like newer,
Yes.
um, newer to knitting.
Yes.
Okay, Chrystal Divergent Crafters asking if I can suggest a good Craftsy class for a beginner knitter. For Craftsy, I never did anything with knitting on Craftsy. Basically, the only thing I did when I had my subscription was the crochet lessons from Selena Baca. Now, the way I learned how to knit was from YouTube, and I went to Fiber Expressions. I think that's her channel name, or Expression Fibers. Her name's Shondi. She was really good. And then when I started like learning how to do patterns in knitting, I went to Morley Bird, and I learned a lot from her. Um, because I kind of jumped more into things with her, where I got away from just the basic border stitch or stockinette stitch.
Right.
Um, and that's how I learned how to read patterns because she has a video tutorial and a written pattern usually for her stuff, especially from her channel. Um, I don't know, maybe some of the other knitters might be able to suggest something for you. I have made some knitting tutorials on my own channel, and I have had some people that they learned said that they learned how to crochet from me. Not crochet, knit from me. Sorry. Sometimes I get confused, or like hooks and needles. I'll call them the opposite thing. So if I ever call a crochet hook a needle or vice versa, that's why. I do both crafts. Um, and my advice is sometimes you just gotta kind of search around on YouTube
Yeah.
and find someone that you can learn from. You know, because sometimes what worked for me to learn may not work for you.
Right.
You know, you just gotta play and find what's right for you. Let's see. We have Mishi that joined us, and another yarn. And hold up, what's your name? I know it. I know it. Oh, it won't come to me. I know once you say it, it'll be like, yep. And also Passamaquoddy, Cindy's here. Yeah, and how are all of y'all doing? What are y'all working on? Have y'all made washcloth? What like what type, what stitches you've used in them, and what are your plans for the 4th? Okay. Yeah, Shannon, that's it. Yeah, like when people are newer to me, sometimes it takes me a little bit to completely get the name down. It's like normally once I hear it, I it's like, yeah, that's it. But or like people that I don't see around as often. But I try to learn everyone's names.
Yes.
All right. Let's see. I'll probably just do the last 3 free knitted patterns, and I don't think I'm going to get into the paid for knit patterns, but I do have some paid for knitted patterns that's not going to be talked about today in the description box of the live, so you might be interested in those. All right. So this is Gingham Washcloth by Karina Ferguson. This is kind of more like a weave plaid type. And I love like the plaid look.
Oh yeah, that's cute too.
And again, you can have fun playing around with colors. Yeah, because after I share these, I want to catch up with the comments in the chat and then basically say our goodbyes. So this is Seedling Washcloth by Rachel Brockman.
Oh, those are cute. I like
Hmm.
those.
And I like the fact like how it's leaf shaped.
Yes.
And the last one is Diamond Drop Lace Washcloth by Knitwits Heaven. And again, I like the texture.
Yeah.
Yeah, because like it used to be Chrystal always went live at 12. And right now, like of her lives, she does at 11:30 based. I think a lot of it has to do with her guest store, that time works better for them. And whenever I decided to do my second live and went with Tuesday morning, I'm thinking I scheduled it 2 hours before her started, and I had plenty of time to finish mine. And then it's like today I saw it was 11:30. I'm like, ooh, I gotta I don't want to go over.
Yeah.
Okay, where did I leave off? Doo-doo-doo. Give me just a second. I think I'm about where I left off. Doo-doo-doo. Okay. Yeah, Dorla says she has made a set of dishcloths that one of her aunts made and gave to me as a gift. I love them because she took the time to make them for me.
Yes.
And Angela says I have crocheted a washcloth. It was the moss stitch. Yeah, and that's where she mentioned about it being her husband's birthday and anniversary, 30-year anniversary yesterday. Okay, some of y'all are commenting that y'all like or love some of the ones that were shared, the washcloths.
Yes.
Yeah, Sherry saying she thinks the noise is your fan. At least I'm not the only one hearing. But yeah, I get it because I worry sometimes. Because with it being summertime here in Louisiana, and y'all know Louisiana has hot summers.
Yes.
Like I tend to have my fan going, and I worry about like the noise it makes. And I know like one time, Christy was watching one of my videos, and the air conditioner, a lot of times is on in the background, and she could hear it. um, but that's the thing, especially like certain times of the year, like summer, too hot not to run my air conditioner.
Yeah. Yes.
Yeah, and Christy's birthday is tomorrow. Happy early birthday, Christy.
Birthday, Christy.
She was almost a Yankee Doodle dandy baby. She's a Yankee Doodle sweetheart, born on the 4th of July. Yeah, no, I can't sing. Okay, and Crystal Divergent Crafters, her anniversary is the 5th. Happy early anniversary. Yet Angela's birthday is July 12th. So happy early birthday. Yeah, and July's birthday I won't be making a video for until next July. Because like I said, my birthday videos start in August.
Yes.
Right now I'm just trying to get the information
Yes.
to write down everyone's birthdays.
Sherry,
Um
the new Crystal is Crystal, the yarny chicken and crazy cat lady, and she spells her name with a K.
yeah.
She's you want to go check her out. She's fun to watch.
Yeah. And you'll hear her mentioned a good bit on my channel. Me and her are really good friends. She's my best first Yorny friend. um, but yeah, if one of my moderators could drop Crystal the Yorny Chickens link, that would be awesome.
Yes.
And let's see. Divergent Crafter says, love that washcloth. That would be perfect for my bathroom. Awesome. Kim's crocheting right now. Yeah, Kim's making a Pokemon and a monster. They just celebrated Canada Day on Saturday. Divergent Crafter has crocheted mini washcloths. I like doing mosaic for washcloths. Yeah, I'm just going to call you Divergent Crafter since there's two crystals, one of which is on my panel. Okay, I got to that. Yeah, Mishi saying Shandy is beautiful. Yeah, and it's like she's unique. She's kind of eccentric. Yeah, she is a lovely lady. Love her channel and yarn. Yeah, beautiful yarn. She has some beautiful patterns, and sometimes you can get her patterns for free.
Yes.
And like she does like her own like hand dyed yarns and stuff.
And
Okay,
she's email, like if you join her email list, I think she sends out a free pattern every now and then.
I think it's like once a month. Okay, Divergent Craft is saying I'm having a hard time learning the knit in front and back videos don't seem to be up close enough. Now I know I did a tutorial on that, but it may have been with my old camera where it was kind of like it had trouble focusing, so sometimes there was a little like a blur. Um but a lot of times in my tutorial, I use like a needle trying to point and I go in a lot of explanation and I go slow. So typically you can see where I stick my hook and needle. Because sometimes that's a thing sometimes I find with tutorials. Like especially if it's someone that's like a beginner,
Hmm.
they need to see. They need to know where that hook and needle goes.
Right.
And like they need to see it slower. Um so I don't know if mine would work for you because like I said, my camera did have trouble focusing. Um but it really isn't as hard as it sounds. And you know who's good for doing tutorials slow? Oh, what's her name? Oh, I couldn't think of her name. But normally, when you do a search for knit stuff, she usually comes up. I think it has pink in the name. She normally comes up one of the first things you'll see in knit searches because she's a very, very popular channel.
Yeah.
Yeah, those coming in late, y'all might want to watch the replay if y'all can. Let's see, Mishi's working on another tracer top. Oh, you've been having orders come in. Awesome. And Lori says when she was a new crocheter, she used to watch bod stitch tutorials and make washcloths to learn stitches. Mm-hmm. And like I said, bod's amazing.
Yes.
Cat's knitting socks and mosaic shawl plans are the same as I'm doing right now. I am still working on pot holder sets with towels. I need 32 sets for our Gordon community teams. Yeah, pot holders is something I want to do as a topic. And possibly towels if I can find enough patterns. Kat says she's knitting coffee and YouTube videos. Mishi says I could see making them seasonal leaf store pumpkins, and that's one thing I do like to do a lot of like lives that have seasonal patterns or holiday patterns.
Yeah.
Um, I forgot to do that for 4th of July. Oops. But I know I have shared patriotic patterns on lives before. Um, Cindy says, I don't know if you showed the baby blanket I finished for my friend in Kentucky. Um, Send me a picture to my email, Cindy, and either I may end up showing it again if I can easily tell if I showed it. Like I tend to remember more what I shared last month. Um, but if it's beyond that, I may not remember. Oh well, if it gets shared more than once, it's not a big deal. Shannon says I've recently made a few crochet washcloths. I'm going to have to cast on and knit some too. All right. Oh, and Cindy's going to be posting a video or two on her gardening and finish projects soon. So, would you say you're actually like starting to put content out, Cindy? If so, let me know and like send me an email or a Facebook message letting me know, and I'll share you out on my community page. Yeah, and Mimi Cat is going live tonight at 8 p.m. Eastern Time. So try to catch her live. Divergent Crafter, can you drop your channel link? Type the word drop in the comments. And Nightbot will drop your link. And Cindy says my youngest sister was supposed to be born on the 4th, but she was 2 weeks late, the 14th. Dorla says growing up there was a family friend who was born on the 4th. Awesome. Let's see. Oh, awesome, Dorla. Yeah, if you subscribe to like Shondi's website, she'll send like free patterns via email. Oh, and Angela saying my first knitting hat was from my tutorial. Probably my knit along. Yeah, it may have been my knit along. I like what Divergent Crafter says. And sometimes that happens with me. Like in school and stuff, don't tell me something's easy or simple.
Yeah.
Sure enough way, I'm going to struggle with it. Yeah, but I'm better with difficult things. Yeah, Very Pink Knits. That's the one I was recommending. And if a moderator could drop Very Pink Knits channel link, that would be amazing. Okay. Oh, and Mishi's recommending Knit with Hannah. Happy Berry Knitting is another one. Yeah, if some of my mods could drop these links. Oh, I'm right. I gotta finish.
She just
okay, I'm done. Yeah. I'm gonna play my little closing video, thanking my channel members, and y'all please go invade Crystal's live. Tell her I'm sorry I ran a little more over than what I wanted to. Hold up, where is it? I really didn't want to go more than 5 minutes into her live.
Yeah.
Let's see, where is it? Yeah, here it is. Here it is. All right, y'all. Well, I hope y'all all have a fabulous Yarny 4th of July. Be the light and bye.
Bye.